Hi, now I will welcome you all to the IBAS Convocation 2018. We are right now at the Lake Zurich in the Meyerhof Hotel in Horgen, where our campus is as well. We can unfortunately not see our campus right now, but at least you can be following us here live through the session. I think we have like 20 plus DBA graduates that I will hopefully have the joy to congratulate later. Sorry, is it possible to have a glass of water?
Yeah.
It gives you our Dato and Madam May from Bjerg University.
Please, sir.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, and here you see the collected staff of Switzerland.
Oh my.
Now you're live. Smile. No, she's not staff. So, Chang, where do you want me to be?
Yeah.
There's no, like, I'm not going to sit right there.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, that will not happen.
I sit over there for you.
You sit over there for me.
Let me arrange this. It's sequence.
So then about what? It's Asian type, right? So 15 minutes, 10 minutes, we're all done.
Yeah.
Then we run for the food.
Yeah, you're right.
How many graduates are there now? Don't fall asleep yet.
Oh, sorry.
When did you get in here?
Some 2 days ago, some yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like me. I tried to do the trip where I had to deliver my daughter back to Denmark, so I did Ho Chi Minh, Hanoi, Istanbul, Copenhagen, Düsseldorf, Zurich. I have tried the lounges of the whole
Airport.
Yeah, I tried to see how many airports can you do in. Just transit. So are we ready?
Almost 5 more minutes. Yep. How's the connection, Emma? How's the connection? Good.
What are we giving away here?
Martin, you are from here, isn't it?
No, I'm from Denmark. But I'm a resident of Switzerland, a citizen of Denmark, trying my very best to live in Malaysia.
I know you say you love Malaysia. I know.
Like, come on, look at the weather here.
Yeah, so cold.
Right? Okay,
complains
and then you look at KL.
Oh.
Which one would you prefer? Here, you pay the same, but it's just in Swiss franc instead of rented, right? So it's like 5 times more expensive. Don't tell my students, because my full-time student, they are supposed to stay here. So don't tell them. The only good thing is the salary match. But here, we target about 100 for this year. So not that many here. I said, like, I don't even want to be here. Too cold, too dark, too gray. No.
For us, vacation okay. We enjoy the weather, but not for the life more.
Actually, if this dear young man had finished you guys a little bit earlier, Mr. Chang, then we could have been here in the summer.
Huh.
Can you imagine when you're here in the summer,
Yeah.
where the sun is there, it's light all day, it's perfect. You swim in the lake, like 25, 27 degree. It's not like, honestly, KL in the middle of the day, right? It's not really that fun either. So like when it's turned 45, it's not really that
What would be
nice.
more expensive?
Zurich is always expensive.
Summer will be more expensive.
I don't like we in my student hotel we pay the same all year. So I don't know. We have our own. Did any of you go there? Like we have our own student hotel.
Not yet. The hostel, right?
Yeah. Okay.
How far from here? Is it the back of the room?
It's 3 stations away.
Two?
Two train stations away from here.
It's about 20-minute bike ride. 10 minutes, 5 minutes with a Grab or Uber? No Grabs, there's no Grabs here.
Remember? The first one is fully fun, and then we go to the station name.
See, this is when I become lazy. My marketing tell me that I have to make sure that I post something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, more or less.
What do you say here? You need help.
We're on IDES.
Yeah? But you cannot be honest with me.
We're on IDES.
Luckily, it was one of the last ones. Just don't mention his name.
What is the academic design that we had? 18 I don't know. There's no camera to turn around. There's no phone.
No, but you are live on IDES page. I saw it.
Okay, so I am. How long are you here for?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. That was fast. It's in and out. You look like me. I was about to say you look like yes, but I look the same. We could have done all this down in the towers, right? It would have been a nice little lunch break. But you guys pushed him to say that we had to go here.
We can have another one in the tower.
Yeah, there's another one.
No, but it's not the same. But next time, now like not really next time for you guys, you pretty much hit the end of the road. But next time, can we please do it in the summer?
Yeah.
Like some people, you got it. Some of it much better.
Okay, we should start.
Anyway, now we're here, so let's enjoy.
His father's name
He started sometimes October, November.
I just want to,
can you ask?
I'm sure they want to finish by now, right?
Yeah.
So you buy new cards.
What? Yeah. Mainly, you're gonna give one the scroll here,
Where?
and then one here. Yeah, the first one.
Anyway,
So in here,
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
rows, they are all the same.
I can sit over here with all the nice. Have a nice little VIP
So is it like?
guest with us.
Thank you, I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you.
Alright.
Some of you might know Fit.
Is this one? Is this?
Maybe. You heard about it? Yep. The tower, like the, what do you call it? The tower, the square.
Times Square.
Not as colorful as the real Times Square.
Alright.
Okay, can we sit down, ma'am?
Yes.
As we can all see, she studied leadership much more than the rest of us. She's telling us what to do, when to do, and how to. Yes, ma'am. Taught by the best, right, Leto? You controlled her very well. I'm still sometimes wondering if she's my staff or but
The other way around.
so him as your show.
Alright. A very good morning and welcome to Zurich. On behalf of International Business Academy of Switzerland and International Business School of Scandinavia, I welcome you to Horgen. And to my fellow classmates, congratulations, we finally made it. It was a difficult, I would say it was a challenging beginning 2 years back, but we're finally here. Yes, and I feel so proud standing here. I feel so happy to actually see all of y'all dressed with all the effort taken from Malaysia coming all the way here. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Martin, our president for International Business School of Scandinavia and International Business Academy of Switzerland, to say a little few words from you.
See now, I grew like 12 kilos in the 2 years I stayed in Malaysia. Okay, where you wanted to stand? Anywhere. So I will stand over here so we can look out. Just so I don't stand in the, can you move it a little bit?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, anyway, First of all, I do not have a nice little 5 hours long speech, so I will only speak for 3 hours today. So I'm very sorry. I cannot do like the Malaysians where you continue for all the afternoon. I must admit, I am extremely happy to see that this group has come to their final graduation. I have been pushed a lot by certain people in this group. No names mentioned. Actually, they're both there. As you know, at least I followed your group a little bit more than I followed most of our students. I just had some of my staff checking out. I found out we had more than 500 graduates in Asia before, and about 600 in Egypt. So I am not used to following the groups as close as I've done with this group, but Hima has been, I would say, very persuasive, pushing me to make sure that we checked everything carefully. And Mr. Chiang, I must admit, you're really... if it was not for him, I'm not sure we would have been here today. I don't think I've seen many people making sure that everything was organized as fast and efficient and pushing for making sure that we got our chance to be here today. As you know, our campus is just up the hill. I hope that you have a chance to go and see it later. I don't know the exact agenda for the whole group. And I also hope that you have a chance to go and see our villa, which is right next to the lake. I would have preferred, as I mentioned before, that you were here in the summer. I was here in July. It's really great. So if you go for your postdoctor, right, like we have to sell something, then please come by and we will hopefully have some fun during the next years here. Remember, education doesn't stop just because you actually have now finished your doctor program. You still have the chance. Knowledge changes all the time anyway. So no matter what, we still have to follow up and keep up to date. I know that you've done a hard work. I would not have done it, but you guys managed to do it. It's a living nightmare. How did you do it? Anyway, I know that it's hard, but you've been doing your very best for the last couple of years. You managed to finish on time, which is honestly not normal for a doctor program. If you look around the world for how many people join doctors and PhDs that actually managed to come through on time, you've really done a great work. So I salute you. That I think that you've done so great and you have worked so hard for what you got today. We will also today have, as I mentioned, a few other guests here. So Marcel, who is my manager here in IBAS in Switzerland. He's not Swiss, so don't ask him. We don't have any Swiss people. I have looked around for Swiss people. They're hiding. But I think they are somewhere. Do anybody know any Swiss people? No. They're hiding outside. And then we have Dato here, who you all know. The famous. And then our VIP guest who I invited for today. Madam Meg from how do you say Bidjaya? Brodjaya. See, after so many years in Malaysia, I can still not talk Malay. The reason Madam May is here today is that we're going through a kind of dual degree program together with Malaysia. As I think the first initiative where you take the best of the best of Switzerland and the best of Malaysia, joining the programs together. That's a part of what I think the world will do in the future, is looking at the best from each side, not always thinking that just because we are standing in Switzerland, we're the best at everything. There are schools around the world that can do much better in other parts. So joining together is what I really dream of, and that's what the first step we're doing in the next 2 days of the Venetian visit here. And then we hope to start dual program with Switzerland and Malaysia during the next 12-month period, so that students can come from all over the world, join here, join in Malaysia, and try to get the feeling of East and West together. Not just as a short program, but for real, see the best of the two worlds. So that's why Madam May was invited and changed all her travel plans to be here today. So that's a great pleasure to have her.
For Martin.
Thank you.
So, Marcel,
Yes, sir.
now you will talk about Switzerland.
Okay.
Because I don't know that much about Switzerland, right? So, Marcel is my specialist here. You've been living here for how long? 1 year?
1 year.
1 year. So you see, not that many. Anyway,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Use this.
few notes. As you'll hear from my accent, I'm not Swiss Canadian, but I've married a Swiss and I have a half Swiss son, so I guess that's the closest Martin's going to get.
We really search for the Swiss people. They're hiding outside.
So good afternoon and welcome, or as we say here in Zurich, herzlich willkommen. My name is Marcel Bucci, and as Martin said, I'm the Director of Operations at IBS. It's a privilege and an honor for me to join you in your graduation ceremony. On an important milestone in your life, I believe the backdrop of the Swiss Alps and the glimmer, or there was supposed to be a glimmer, from Lake Zurich serves as an idyllic setting that I hope remains ingrained in your thoughts for many years to come. I am, however, disappointed that a group that came all the way from Malaysia could only come up with this weather. 1 week ago, it was 20 degrees, I swear. So since opening our physical doors this summer, at IBAS, we've welcomed a mixture of international master's and bachelor students, all focused on the benefits of a Swiss education. I'd like to think that with Martin's vision, we're adding the much-needed real-world experience to the traditional business and hospitality curriculum. With a combination of classroom and online lessons, we've adopted the MGW philosophy and continuously seek creative ways to not only teach material, but also a mindset and attitude necessary for post-graduation. We don't believe in exams, but in practical and timely projects that are graded at the end of each module. Which leads me back to you, the graduates. Having achieved your DBA demonstrates a different type of commitment, a different focus, a truer sense of belief than all of your previous graduations, and for that I sincerely applaud you. I would like to think that any type of inspirational message would simply be rhetoric at this point. This day, however, brings me back to my last graduation ceremony, where I wore the same suit a decade ago, and it was another part of this beautiful country, in the French part, where one of my professors recited the following that stuck with me. The master in the art of living makes little distinction between his work and his play, his labor, his leisure, his mind and his body, his education and his recreation, his love and his religion. He hardly knows which is which. He simply pursues his vision of excellence at whatever he does, leaving others to decide whether he is working or playing. To him, he is always doing both. So as you continue on your vision quest of excellence, I sincerely wish you all the success that your efforts deserve. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin and Marcel. Next, I would like to invite Madam May on behalf of Berjaya to say a few words.
Oh, sorry, I don't need a mic. I was only told 15 minutes ago that I have to say a few words. Well, I'm absolutely delighted. If you close all the curtain, I think I'm back in Malaysia. Because it's so nice to see all the songket gowns, and that represent our own country. So congratulations again, and I think what is so what's that word? I've lost for that lovely word, that each time when you present your card now, you will have an extra alphabet attached to it. And I congratulate you on that, because it's hard work and it's not an overnight piece of work. And you have worked hard for 3 years to achieve this. So congratulations. Yes, I'm here because Martin said, can you come and attend our graduation? I said, oh, Martin, what's next now? All right, so I'm very pleased. We landed in fact, I was in New York for a week, came back yesterday morning, and then this morning we have to catch a 7 o'clock flight. So, so we were up this morning at 4 o'clock. My husband flew back this morning, and he said, tell Martin, all the very best to all his graduates. Sorry, I cannot be at your graduation ceremony. Yes, we are absolutely delighted. And my colleague, Dr. Ng, or our associate professor, Dr. Ng Mei Ling, is also here with me to look into the validation process. We will be franchising our MBA and our undergraduate degree in hospitality to the International Business Academy of Switzerland. So Martin has great vision. We've known each other for quite some years.
Yes, yeah.
Quite
I
some
don't
years.
exactly remember how long.
Yes, yes. And I must say, when you deal with Martin, you don't have to worry. He delivers. It's just that he's either here or there. You just have to find out where is he. Am I right?
I'm somewhere.
And then I will say, Martin, reply my email. So it's great working with Martin, and I'm very confident that the next group of graduates, we will also see a whole array of people from different countries.
Yep.
Yeah, all right, because we are looking at the whole of the ASEAN market to congregate in Switzerland for the next graduation. So Martin is amazing what he has done. Now Berjaya is quite traditional because of our MQA. If I have a choice, I also don't believe in exam. I believe in experiential learning. And beyond, because when you feel it, when you see it, when you taste it, I talk about taste because it's hospitality and culinary, and when you apply it to the real business world, that's how you learn better. So the next stage is your postdoctorate, like what Martin says. Learning is lifelong learning. So I congratulate all of you again, and you can still have another level of learning, your postdoctorate, if you want to spend more time in Switzerland. So congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam May. To add on a little bit about working with Martin, when Madam May said yes, Martin is always everywhere. So I've not seen him in the last 2.5 months until just recently. I think just last week I met him, and all this preparation and planning with Bright New Star. I congratulate also Mr. Chan and Dr. Dore for an amazing work to get all of y'all here. So well done on that. All right. So next up will be the conferment of professorship. Now I am truly proud. I am extremely happy that we are going to confer a professorship award today to none other than someone who's very special to me, the reason why I stand here today. So I would like to invite Martin.
I'm not the one that gets it, don't worry.
Okay. To confer the professorship to Dato Dr. Dore Sami. So this professorship is awarded from International Business School of Scandinavia, Denmark.
Not both of us are there. It's a hard load today, right? We have to be on picture, live Facebook, YouTube, God knows what. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, okay. Thank you. Yeah, just for the records, we are live in Facebook, we are live in YouTube, I guess. We have pictures, we are live everywhere.
That's what we tell marketing, right?
Yeah. And yes, Martin, we will award you a professorship soon.
I'm not sure I can stand and shake my own hand.
No, we can get it from ATM, you probably.
Okay.
Okay, we will arrange something.
Okay.
All right, so next up, I would like to invite, now it's a longer title. Can I just call that, like, Professor Dato Dr. Dore Sami to deliver his speech, yes.
Yes. Thank you, Hema. Yeah. Well, I didn't realize that that this day I will be receiving the award of a professorship from Mati until Mr. Chan revealed this to me. I think a couple of weeks ago. She said, we have this award for you. I said, if I'm entitled for it, that's it. I didn't ask for it. It's awarded, by the International Business School of Scandinavia and International Business Academy of Switzerland. One thing I realized that, of course, all of us came from a very poor background. Our parents didn't leave us millions of dollars for us to continue our lives, you know. But they gave us basic education, and I had my basic education as usual. As you grew up in a small rubber estate back in Malaysia. But one thing I realized that if ever you want to build up yourself, to come up professionally, there's none other way than education. So in that way, I pursued myself, but I made sure that I educate myself. So I had my basic education. Of course, all of us have had that basic education from 5 education. After that, we went to A levels. Then we went to colleges. So it was not that easy. It is said easily, but it's not easy to do it, you know. So we had a lot of gap, a lot of challenges in those days. So I have to study on my own. My A levels, what do we call as HSC, STPM. I have to do my own studies. While I was teaching, I was a former teacher. I was teaching, and I have to find time in the evening, at night, studied on my own, and then I got through my A levels. Then as a teacher, there was 2 options for me. One, to get an education, a degree in education, or something else. So what I decided that teaching is enough for me. I had about 10 years. I was with the Ministry of Education in Malaysia as a qualified teacher. I was trained English teacher. In fact, I was sent to Canada. I was teaching in Canada. Malaysian government and Canadian government had some international agreements, and I was one of those chosen to teach English. So a black teaching the whites in Winnipeg, in Manitoba. That is way back in 1978. I was only about 23 years old. But then I'm an English teacher, I'm a Queen's Scholar. So the Canadians were so astonished. How can a black, I'm a colored, teaching the whites English? Of course, for the first 1 week, I was facing the wall. I was like teaching to the wall, because no response from my students. All are whites, you see. But eventually, you have to use a lot of psychology, teaching methodology. So I broke that barrier. It took me about 2 weeks to break that barrier, and I became one of the best English teacher in the school. So because why? Because you have that preservation, you have that drive in you, you have the desire in you, and you want to prove yourself that you're one of the best, whatever profession you are. And I want to prove myself as one of the best teachers, which I did it way back in 1978. That was in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Then I came back. Then I decided 10 years of teaching is enough for me. By then I was 30 years old. So what else can I do? I resigned completely. I took a very bold step. In fact, all my teachers' friends, they said, "Why are you resigning? You're a government staff. You're earning quite well. Your job is secured, safe." But then I decided, no, I have to excel myself. I want to do something. So I resigned completely from teaching. At 30 years old, packed my bag and went to London. That is way back in 1983, 84, 85, 86, 87. 4 years in London to do my law studies. Real determination. Because I told myself that the only way that I can come up in my life is through education. So 4 years I excelled myself to become a lawyer. Came back to Malaysia and became a lawyer for the last 20 to 25 years as a senior lawyer. And that's where I met my partner, Mr. Chan. We are partners for the last 20 years. 1998, Mr. Chan walked into my office. He had a matter. So I deal his matter. Then finally, Mr. Chan is a very senior electronic engineer. An engineer and a lawyer. What business can we go? Can we open up a food business? No way. So then we decided that there was a big option in education. Of course, education, you're looking at education from kindergarten to postgraduates. But we saw there is a big market for people like you. A lot of Malaysians basic education, 30 years, 40 years of working experience, who have got some time to do some studies. So we saw people like you, that they can come into this education. That's where we started off the master's program. And we have turned around more than 5,000 over executive MBA students all over Malaysia. And our students are now all over the world. Many are working in Australia, in New Zealand, in Europe, in London, in Canada, America, because we gave them hope that you can be 35 years old, you can be 45 years old, you can be 55 years old, you can be 65 years old, you can be 75 years old, or you can be 80 years old. There is hope, but hope is in education. Education. And then me and Chan, we did it. And then we saw, after master's program, children were coming back to us. Say, Doc, we wanted to do something more than masters. But we only had masters. And that's where Martin came into our picture. Yeah, 3 years ago, Martin came into our picture. And Martin came with these international business schools. And we took up that program, and thank God, you're the first batch of successful students coming to Zurich, Switzerland, and you need an applause for that. We are very happy. We're very happy. Of course, there's many more to come after this, so we are creating more opportunities for people like you. So as I said to you, education. So I came out from a very poor background, like people like you. So I educated myself, and being a lawyer, I thought I have to excel myself. And that's where I was 50 years old. When I told my wife that I'm going to do my master's, she almost panicked and collapsed. She said, what? 50-year-old man having a daughter who's going to secondary school, and you want to go back to school? Yes, I said, I want to go back to school. And I was very adamant. I was very forceful. My wife said, you're a lawyer, you're a senior lawyer, and you want to do your master's degree? Yes, I'm going to do my master's degree. I was very perseverance. And there she did. She supported me for the next 3 years. I did my master's and my doctorate, and my wife was behind me, and she supported me for the 3 years, and finally I made it to a doctorate. And what I'm telling here is, you can have the drive, you can have the force, but your spouse must be you. And you have brought, some of you have brought your spouse. I'm very happy, delighted to see all of them. Education is with you forever. And one time Hema asked me, Dad, you have 7, 8 degrees, and you're still doing your 9th degree, your second doctorate. I said, yes. I said, can my wife come with me on my final journey? She said, no. Can my houses come with me on my final journey? She said, no. Can my friends come with me on my final journey? No. But only my education will come with me. Nobody can steal my education. That education will come with me. It is attached to me. It will come to my graveyard. Nobody can steal my education. But your wealth, your property, your awards, whatever it is, it all remains back. That is why I realized myself that education is important. Something that I wanted to have a professor. At one time, I remember I told Mr. Chan, what else do I want? I've got whatever degree I wanted. The only thing maybe, well, if I may have a professorship, it will enhance myself. I think Chan knew that is what I needed. And Chan was very instrumental with me. All this while, he's not only my business partner for 20 years, he's only our family friend, and he's with us, thick or thin. He has been with us, and he's one of those very cool guys. Yeah, Chan is really, I'm really delighted to know him, working with him. Otherwise, this partnership, 20 years of partnership, even a marriage will never last for 20 years. A business partnership, and Chan being a Chinese and I'm being an Indian, it's not that easy to assimilate. To do business, a lot of businesses have broken up just because of small petty things. What if you're doing a business on international level, at big level? Yeah. So with that, we have persisted. Friends, without you, I won't be standing here. Without Martin, I won't be standing here. So everybody as stakeholders, yeah, everybody has played a role. You have played a role. I know how much of sacrifices, how much of time you have spent. I know many of you almost gave up. After 3 months, 4 months, they almost gave up. But because of that good relationship that we had, very good relationship, all of you, we know each other, you know, Chan, me, Hema, we worked so hard and made sure that finally you made it. And I know it's not that easy to come. A lot of challenges, immense challenges. You're busy people, you're married people, you got children, some of them are grandfathers, you know, you have grandchildren and a lot of challenges in your business. But in spite of all that, coming all the way, traveling 16 hours on flight, all the way from Malaysia and coming to Zurich, it's not easy. And I tell you, end of the day, it's worth it. It's worth it. Thank you, friends. Thank you, doctors. Thank you to all your spouse. We would like to see you on a different stage. As what Martin and May suggested, the road for education does not end here. It is still going further. So choose your way. Choose the right way. And we will be with you at any time. Me and Chan are with you. And we are in this business and we are improving. We are developing to many other places of this world. Look beyond our shores. Look beyond Malaysia. There's a big market in this world. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Duresami, for that inspirational speech. Thank you, Dad, for keeping me always motivated. Next up, the moment we've all been waiting for, the conferment to the candidates. I now like to invite the President of International Business Academy of Switzerland and International Business School of Scandinavia, Mr. Martin Nilsson, along with Professor Dr. Duresami, along with Marcel and also Madam May to be upstanding, to confer the doctorate awards. Now this is in no alphabetical order, all right? So the first doctorate student will be Rosaidi Abdul Rahim Razali for his thesis on ethics management in construction sector, the case of Malaysia, second largest concessionaries company administration reform. Well, that's a long one. Yeah. All right.
Stand between the
Okay? Okay? All right.
It will be heavier later.
Please do not block the official photographer because he will be taking the official photograph. So if you would like to take photographs, please either stand behind him or at the side, but do not block him. All right? Thank you.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. And as we just heard before with all this education, we're still not finished ours. So I'm proud of you guys. Okay. We just run the education sector.
Next.
Easy for you. Dato, right? My son last time, not so big. Remember? Last time, 4 years old, no?
Next is YB Gunaraja George. Yeah. And his thesis was a study of factors affecting personal wealth attainment on retirement planning.
Oh. Wow. Study education.
Thank you very much.
All right. Next is Dr. Lei Feng Shirley Tay, and her thesis was the impact of urban community farming to single mother community in urban area. Guys, come on, clap your hands. Like, why do you need to say that?
Now you know I'm afraid every day, right? If I don't do exactly what I'm told.
Okay?
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Why did can I have that scroll back? Next up, Dato Dr. Loganathan Rama Mirdam, and his thesis was on the relationship between leadership styles and organizational performance of business enterprises in Malaysia.
You can see that the fence is all on live Facebook.
Okay? Next, Dr. A. Chandran Appala Naidu, and his thesis was on the factors that affect the rate of unemployment among university graduates in Malaysia. I think it's enough for now. Next, Dr. Goh Chuan Keong, and his thesis was on a study of determinations of car purchase decision in Penang. Very, very specific.
Yeah.
So now I know where to get a car next time.
Next, Datuk Dr. Jamlus bin Aziz, and his thesis was on a study on importance of occupational safety and health in agriculture sector, specific focus on palm oil plantation in Malaysia.
I should do the speech in German next time.
Yes. Investing in Malaysia.
I think Marcel, are you ready now for German speech? Or ein bisschen, aber nicht ganz, oder? Ich glaube, ich kann es auch.
Next, Dato Sri Dr. Muhammad Shahani Babar, and his thesis was a study of a learning organization ability of improving employee productivity in the construction industry.
Next time we have new graduation in Malaysia.
Next, Associate Professor Dr. Rohitesh Prasad, and his thesis was Incentive and Reward Model, helping to create a self-norming and high-performing staffing team in emerging markets. Yeah, we'll get it back from him when they come because the other side is like this way.
You follow perfect.
Yeah.
I still remember the first time we met.
Thank you.
So now you're happy to stay.
Do we need another one more? Do we need another one? Do we need? We went a long way. We went a long way. We went a long way. All right. Next, Datuk Dr. Severin Kaur and her thesis was establishing trade houses in third world countries where there is no matrix representative.
Congratulations. This is a special page here. Too many things. Here's a good time for where education never ends. I'm sure.
Next.
I'm sure you'll be ready for our next step.
Next, Dr. Ravindran Sriraman and his thesis was on a study on the human capital development towards Malaysia's GDP performance. No, it's okay. Back way so that we don't disrupt the center. Yep.
I wasn't sure what just happened there.
No, wait. Okay.
Follow your lead.
Next up, Dr. Shankar Ramakrishnan and his thesis was on preventative maintenance of scheduled maintenance and conditions based maintenance again in elevator industries. Okay.
Yeah, you worked hard for it. You should be the one shaking hands. You cannot imagine how much he's been fighting for you. Trust me. He has really, I'm amazed.
Next, Dr. Prem Kumar Ganapathy and his thesis is on the acceptance of medical computing among private general practitioners in Malaysia. Thank you. The next candidate, Dr. Sugumaran Nair, and his thesis is on the impact of GST on SMEs in Malaysia. And after his thesis, they cancelled it.
Actually, the thesis made me take it away. You said much very enough. Now it's enough.
Thank you.
You need to finish your thesis before they finish the thesis.
No.
Good work.
Yeah, somebody write on SSD next. You guys are making impact, man.
That was very fast impact. Do the research and then take the TST away. Can you come here? Can you do the same with us here? Access to go away.
Next, Dr. Chong Wui Hyong, and the thesis is on perception factors affecting the growth opportunities of women as manager and attitudes towards them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was one.
Shall we have her on board, Martin?
I'm afraid of wrong doing, right? Okay, I understand. Why do you think I travel as much as I do? Like, I'm a weak man. Like, I need rest.
Next, Dr. Pichai M. Chinaya, and his thesis is on cooperatives in modern food globally.
You don't need something. Back from Malaysia. It's gone.
It's gone. Thank you very much, and thank you. And my highest appreciation to Bright New Star and Dr. Martin, the presidential man, for his great efforts to make us a doctors. Thank you, doctor.
All right. The next candidate is Dato Dr. Sachadev, and his thesis is on a study on country of origin and branding effects in Malaysia automobile industry. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks.
Last but not least, Dr. Lu Cheng Chung, and his thesis is on a study of sustainable competitive advantage, in brackets SCA, to the organization performance of selected electrical serving companies in the state of Penang and Pahang in Malaysia.
Last man.
Well done and congratulations. Sorry? Oh, yeah, we can do the jumping shots. All right, before I let you all sit, we have 4 special awards to give out today, and it's known as the Best Student Award from International Business School of Scandinavia, Denmark. So the school has selected 4 best students, and again in no respective orders. The
So
first,
like number one is just like two.
yeah, it's so the first best student award from International Business School of Scandinavia goes to Rosaidi Abdul Rahim Rosali. Maybe you should stand in the center. Yes. Okay.
I also like to stand over you, but more or less not here, right?
Congratulations, bro.
The next candidate or the next doctor student for the Best Student Award is Dr. Prem Kumar, anak lelaki Ganapati. The next Best Student Award goes to Dr. Sachadev.
Please, can you move it a little bit?
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Last but not least, the final Best Student Award from International Business School of Scandinavia goes to Dr. Rohitesh Prasad.
That's a new forefront in so many ways.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We can sit?
Yes. Once again, well done and congratulations to all my fellow classmates. Now we're almost reaching at the final part. And on behalf of the students, I would like to invite Dr. Rosaidi to deliver the vote of thanks.
Can I just stand here?
Yeah. Make sure.
Well, thank you so much. Okay. And everyone here for giving me the opportunity. And I don't have a long list of, words to say, but perhaps, this will be a gist of it. Well, allow me to read. Today we are gathered here to celebrate our success. One, we can raise our heads high, for we have overcome all the challenges life threw at us in the past 2 years. It has not been easy, seriously, but we have reached the end of this hurdle. It's also the beginning of the new one. And I want to encourage you never to relent. I want to encourage you to use the same spirit that you have shown, the sacrifices you have made, the sleepless nights you have endured. These, I promise you, my old friends, is our tickets to our next destination. Some of us came to this great called universities with expectations, high or low, but graduating today tells me only one thing, that our expectations has been met, and the ball has been thrown to us, at us, to transform our life, our families, communities, of course, humanity in general. Hence, what is needed today more than ever is for each of us to think about ourselves in the right way. Education, they say, is the key to success. I add that a transformative education, like what Professor Dato' Dorai said earlier, is a candle that will light our path when darkness shows in ugly face. It is the key that will open the door of despair. It is the key that strengthens hope, and it is the education IBAS provided in this beautiful city of Horgen. Maybe a decade from now, we will not remember some of the theories, methodologies we learned in class, but we will remember the love we shared here. And at the end of the day, it is this love for us, our friends, our universities, and of course, humanity that will make the difference in our life. We must continue to nurture our love for our world today with the challenges. It is more than ever before. I do not promise you an easy journey, nor am I assuming that it will be the same for everyone, but it's up to each one of us to make our dreams work. It is up to each one of us to keep pushing and push harder. At the end of the day, it will do that from our various locations. To conclude, I will once again quote all my friends here, whom I wish can soon rather than later return to Malaysia. Okay, and I quote, "If it is not us who are learning from our experiences, then others shall learn from our life, and they will become better than us." Thank you so much. This is mine. All right, thank you. Bye.
So with that, my friends, on behalf of International Business Academy of Switzerland and International Business School of Scandinavia, I congratulate everyone here and all the best, and I wish you all success. Thank you very much. now group ourselves for a group photo.
Thank you.